then let's start. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about this guy. No, just kidding. Vim makes you stronger, makes you a better programmer, and makes you more productive. I like this logo so much because it's just show you how you will look like after you're using Vim for a couple of years. So, and this is also on our homepage. I like it so much so that I just have to put it on front of our homepage. And if you ever visited our homepage, or if you haven't visited our homepage, it's now more interactive. You can discuss more things and see when our next meetings will be there. Okay. So now let's come to my talk today. I will give a brief introduction about buffers, tabs, and windows. So my first question here is, who of you is using tabs in Vim?
Yes.
Be quiet. Okay. Who of you is using a buffer?
More than one.
That's good. And Windows, well, it's a silly question. So, all of us. Okay. So, a buffer in Vim is just a in-memory text of a text file you edit. So, it's basically that. A window is just a viewport on a buffer you edit. So, it's mainly just a tab you have open, when you have an open Vim session and you edit a file, then you have your window. A tab is basically just a collection of different windows. So when you open a new tab, the old window you have in your old room will remain, and a tab is then just a collection of different windows you can open. So, any question about these definitions? Okay, this is not the case. Then we will go on. Okay, so buffers are there for opening multiple files. Each file has its own buffer, and the buffer is just a representation of the file you added. So windows are just there in Vim for splitting your windows, your screen. You have a vertical split, a horizontal split, and you can order the way you want to program in Vim, and just jump around in the windows, go to different tabs. It's like, I don't know if anybody of you use Tmax. Yeah. So I'm not using anymore the normally Vim splitting window commands because Tmax is much better with this Emacs. But well, nevertheless, they are there and you can use them. So tabs, yeah, just open a tab with tab edit, then Vim opens just a new tab for it, and in each tab you open, you have all available buffers in your current Vim session. So let's make it very easy to open a new tab, open just another buffer, and you can work with it. So let's talk more about buffers. So as I already taught, each buffer you open has a unique number. So number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on. So you can directly jump to each buffer just by setting, just using a command to switch to a certain buffer with a number. And each buffer, even if you just write a Vim file with :w, it's writing to a buffer, actually. So you're using a buffer, yeah. You are writing the file because you are just reading the buffer, the content of the buffer, and write it in the file. Yeah, that's correct.
Thinking about it, it doesn't have to be a file associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
Opening
Yeah.
A mix of files.
Okay. So just forget what I was saying about. Okay. Here are the main commands you can use in Vim. There's a colon last command. It shows all open buffers in an extra window. Then there is buffer delete. The big N is just the number of the buffer you want to close. Then there's the command be all. It means open all buffers you have currently in your Vim session and arrange them in the window you currently have. So if you have 1000 buffers, you can try to type it in. Vim will handle it, but you need a very big screen to get your way around. And there is a B name of buffer. Then you press tab, of course, tab completion, and you can jump to the buffer with the name of it. Then you can have, as you have multiple buffers in your session, you can jump to the next session with buffer next, buffer previous. You can go to the first buffer in your session with buffer first, and of course go to the last session with buffer last.
Okay, sorry, I'm not trying to mess up your market, but you need to tell people that when you start Vim, you might have had the session command that you has remembered the file that you have opened, but then there's no window to open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes more sense to say that when you use the wall thing, yeah, that's the wall, then the open the window for each buffer that previously hadn't had.
Yeah.
Window, right? And name of buffer doesn't have to be the full name, just has to be part of it. And even can be part of the directory. That's the coolest thing by the way, right? It's all there. So if you remember any part of this associated file name or directory, just type it there, hit the tab,